Difficulties, folks.
I think it's going to come up with a new video.
All right, Joe, we're back with you now.
Me?
Yeah, we're back on you.
I mean, like it's on my face?
Yeah. Enlighten us.
Yeah,
Enlighten
We
us.
just actually came
I'm
back on.
I'm scared.
We're
I don't
live.
I don't want people to know what I look like because they'll. We're going to switch back to Manny, right?
Yeah. Well, we'll
Over there to you. We're switching cameras to cameras to see how this works with switching cameras. Maybe there we go. Oh, we're switching back to not me. I'm still the program. Anyway, my name is Joe Hyde. I'm Angelo Live, and this is our Happy New Year playing around with the video thing on Facebook Live. I hope y'all enjoy it. You can ask us questions. You can interact with us. You can yell at John Vasquez, but not me. And Manny Diaz is here, and also Matt Trammell, the great Matt Trammell.
Hey.
Matt Trammell. And Manny doesn't know how to switch it off of me. And
It's Trammell, Tramm.
All right, and then I'll switch it to me real quick. So a little Sling Studio action here this afternoon. Happy New Year to everyone out there in Facebook world, social media world. We have Matt Trammell, we have John Vasquez, of course, Joe Hyde, our publisher here at Angelo Live. We're just hanging out, talking a little carnage. In fact, we've taken some pretty serious questions about folks, asking us how we gather our news and how we just go about our daily business here at Angelo Live. And Matt Trammell, John Vasquez just breaking it down. Lo and behold, we don't make it up. Nobody makes it up here, which is a good thing. And everything that we gather is certainly of significance, and it comes straight from officials and things like that. So it's been an interesting year, 2019 to say the least. We've had some great stories. We've had some very sad, traumatic stories. We'll get to Trammell and Vasquez, their takes on some of their stories that they've experienced over the year. But it's great having everyone here. Welcome to the Angelo Live Studios, of course. Of course, everyone, hopefully you're going to have a great New Year tonight. So as we kind of continue the program here, we're going to...
That was in May.
well, no, I'm sorry. He was indicted in May.
Yeah, so I think it was in March.
So
Yeah.
Gabriel Ortiz was indicted on one charge of murder.
And then the next morning, we wake up and the house is burned down over there on 39th and Chadburn.
I don't remember that fire.
Yeah, no,
You don't remember that fire?
No.
That fire had the two people in it.
Yeah, Joe, it was the very next day with that.
It was 44th.
Or it was that same week.
Yeah. I want to say it was the next day. I want to say it was the next morning.
It was a double homicide.
The
Crazy about the Christian Rose murder.
Well, it's still going on right now. The trial's about to go. The girl who supposedly set it all up.
Yeah.
And he shot him before he
That
broke
wasn't
in his
a
house?
murder,
No, that's not a murder, but I mean,
Self-defense.
that was another shooting. Yeah.
So when you're going to crash scenes or going to crime scenes and you hear shots fired, John, what do you expect to see when you hear shots fired? 99 times out of 100, what do you expect to see?
A lot of cops.
Depends. Depends on if there's any ambulances called, if there's any victims. We usually wait to see if there's any ambulances called or anything else. 9 out of 10 times shots fired could be anything from firecrackers to backfiring cars.
Yeah.
One of the questions we got a week ago was that someone said that we intentionally suppress North Side stories, and we always report shootings on the South Side, like in Santa Rita.
No.
Well,
That's not true.
we had that drive-by. That was that northern San Angelo?
It was north of the Loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was,
Well, what about?
we had missed one.
Yeah.
And then the day after that, we went to another one right here, right behind our office. Not this crime scene back here, but. So we try to get everything we can. Like I said earlier, we're a small team, but we get everywhere we can.
Manny Diaz, you got any questions?
Let's see. Wow. Something that's so Tremel, you're kind of like a jack of all trades. You do a lot. You do sports. You do crime.
Yeah. A little entertainment.
A little entertainment.
Yeah.
You know. Is it tough to turn something off to go from one thing to the next?
Not really. Right after I said that. Clip it.
Why do you think people sit there and write the darndest things on our Facebook comments, but stay connected to San Angelo Live?
It's this filter. We can't see their faces. Behind the Facebook filter, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they keep coming back because
They
the
know-
fact that we're the most dominant news organization in
Yeah.
San Angelo.
I've
History.
had actual people
In
say,
history.
In history.
yes. People say that if we ever want to hear if we hear something happen, we go to San Angelo Live first because we know you guys cover it.
Yeah. And when we miss it,
Well, they tell us.
they let us have it. So.
Hey, but that's fine though. I would rather have everyone ask us why we miss stuff and then tip us off on things we missed than not ask us questions and then we don't actually know we missed something.
And that is one of the biggest ways we get some of our stories is tips through our Facebook Messenger
Yeah,
And email.
and email, yes.
Email through our website and Facebook Messenger.
absolutely.
And direct.
Don't call us.
And direct. So,
I'm just kidding.
there are
I'm
certain,
just kidding.
So, Trammell,
just
what's
kidding.
wrong with people calling?
No, I don't care if they call it. Just don't ask for me.
Well, why not? Don't you want to have the news tip? Or are you afraid it's going to be...
Oh, no, if you have a tip, I mean, you need to call John Bosquez. But if you have a complaint, you need to call John Bosquez.
and that's Matt, M-A-T-T, at SanAngeloLive.com.
You can email me for sure.
All right, so are we talking about snow and ice?
Any more comments out there? Any questions in the comments?
Wendy Clark Smith says, Happy New Year. Thank you for the news and updates.
Hey. New Year. Be safe.
Hey, one of the things is San Angelo Live is open to all. Everyone can read it.
Absolutely. It's 100% free.
So do you think we ought to put a paywall up?
Unless we want to support local journalism.
Yeah.
So we need to put a paywall up?
No,
Yes.
I don't think we should.
Trammell wants to put a
Yes.
paywall up, and John doesn't.
Make them pay.
We could always be like the guys across town,
Yeah.
There's someone here with a paywall?
Yeah, don't the other guy? I'm not gonna say their. Don't they? Do
No,
that?
yeah, we can't say their name because they won't say our name. So
Yeah.
we're not gonna say their name. We just call them evil.
Okay, so let's go ahead and address this. So on
Okay.
Friday we were called the other media.
Yes, the other media outlet and another media outlet.
Yeah. So Joe,
Yes.
that kind of hit home a little bit to you.
Heck yeah.
And of course, we had a little meeting about it. And when we have a meeting about it, that means something.
When I start quoting General Patton from that movie,
We went to
1970,
Savannah.
huh?
We went to
No,
Savannah.
we didn't. We skipped Patton and we went right to William Tecumseh Sherman on that one. We're marching to Savannah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, they call us the other media. And then they said that we didn't even get the complete facts or something. I'm like going, you guys weren't even there. They weren't even there. But not complete facts. We're still trying to confirm the complete facts.
So back up, Joe. That was Friday. Rose's fire.
Yeah, so Rose's fire happened when? It happened on Thursday night or Friday night? Friday night. And we had 3 people on that story, right? 3 people. We had 2 people from the scene. We had one guy sitting back writing. I don't even know, was it me or someone else?
Sonia was writing the story.
That's
I
right.
was shooting video.
And I was doing the video. So we had 4 people on that story. Yeah, and we got some user contributed video of the roof on fire.
Yeah.
And we put the headline was Rose's burns, or, right?
It's on fire.
And so they got so then there was no one else there. Friday night, biggest story of the week. I mean, I think one of the things we're very data oriented. So we have like statistics that tell us how many people are on the site in every second. That thing went up to 2,600 people per second were on San Angelo Live that night. And that's really big because our rest state, like when we're not reporting anything, like right now, it's probably about 200. But
Yeah, it might be a little higher.
yeah.
I've been doing some work today.
Oh, you've been doing. Trammell says he's been doing some work.
Yeah, well, back to the point that you made in that meeting, we did go to Savannah because yesterday we did have the biggest story that San Angelo I've ever wrote.
For whatever reason.
For whatever reason it was.
I mean, it's the weirdest thing about
Maybe it was the author, the Pulitzer Prize winning.
Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we're putting Trammell in for a Pulitzer Prize, guys.
Yeah, hey. And the FBI, y'all better send me a fruit basket when you catch that child predator.
Oh, Addison Rawson, tell Trammell to talk to me.
Hey.
Addison.
Hey, Addison, what's
You have
up?
girlfriends now?
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
those are my
God.
groupies.
Oh, you have groupies. Trammell has groupies.
Yeah.
John, unfortunately, you have no groupies.
That's fine. I'd like to be at a scene and not have people walk up to me. That's
Oh, you
great.
don't want people to walk up to you? You're not a social animal?
Nope.
No?
Well, remember, guys, if you're going to be a social animal tonight on New Year's, be safe.
Yep.
No drinking and driving tonight. Ubers cost way less than funerals. Your mom doesn't cry when you take an Uber home.
And
And
plus,
we
what do you
don't-
think the headline tomorrow on the booking report's going to be?
Drunk driving tops New Year's Eve booking report. I can already see it.
you've
So
already
prove me
written-
wrong.
you've basically
Prove me
written-
wrong.
You've already written the story. All you have to do is just plug in the names.
That's exactly right. So prove me wrong.
And we don't want to see you on the side of the road.
Yeah. Hopefully not intoxicated manslaughter. Let's try to keep that out of there.
All
I
right.
think that's about it.
Yeah. Gotta let them know.
So Uber and Lyft, particularly, thank you for that PSA.
Yeah, Uber and Lyft. And if you get Joe Hyde as a driver,
Yeah.
tip him and give him 5 stars.
Joe, you got.
Oh, here we go. Why does everyone get upset?
Whoa.
Yeah, you're a
Whoa.
snowflake. You're like, you represent
I
the
am
snowflakes.
not the
Yes,
snowflakes.
you're part of that
I'm
generation.
not that generation. I'm
All right,
not a
so why do
millennial.
people get upset when we say snowflake?
Because they're snowflakes.
Snowflake?
If you are not a snowflake, you don't get offended by that.
I don't know, man. It's just a funny thing, and we don't really mean it personally, but people take things personally on social media.
Yeah.
Especially me.
I'm not really calling them a snowflake. I'm calling what they're acting like a snowflake.
I know. Especially when they like pictures with things that might be blood in them.
Yeah.
I mean, they go crazy.
Like,
Yeah, like
why
the-
would you possibly put that in there?
I know.
Well,
One scene,
So the
Ron
one that-
called me back and said I couldn't get pictures of the body on the road, right? And I said, John, you're full of crap. The first thing you do when you get to a crash scene is you take a picture of the bodies on the road.
That's
No.
right.
That's your first thing to do. And he said, no, I don't have it. And I had to get his phone, and I looked at it, and sure enough, he went to a crime scene, or he went to a crash scene, and he did not take pictures of the body on the road.
See,
That's
look,
that is a lie. Because you
2020.
can't gain access to my phone.
New year, new John.
New year, new job.
No,
Yeah.
there's one time that we got complaints about showing blood. It turned out to be someone's jacket. There's blood all over that's the person's jacket on the
People
floor.
like that fake outrage on
Yeah.
social media. Fake outrage, in the most part.
Oh, you'll get banned on Twitter and all that noise.
Yeah. But we've never been banned.
That's good.
We've banned a lot.
We've banned. There used to be a ban from that's probably the 2019 highlight.
Oh,
Banned
we
from
still
San
have a
Angelo
ban button.
Live.
There still is a ban button.
No, but the group on Facebook
No,
banned
that
from
was
San Angelo
18.
Live.
They've been dead a year.
Oh, they've been dead a
Oh,
whole
shit.
year.
Yeah, that was 2018.
Dang.
Yeah,
Now there's just San Angelo sucks.
It was like, this just a bunch of retards.
Shout out San Angelo sucks. I know y'all are reading this
Shout
because
out
I
San
always
Angelo
see
sucks.
that
Thank
that
you,
page
guys.
is funny. I like it. I don't
Y'all
care.
keep us in business.
Yeah, y'all keep it up.
Shelby Hyde says, new decade, new John.
Yeah, that's
No
right.
dead bodies.
No dead
No dead
bodies.
By the way, it's not a dead body.
No, it's not a dead body.
Why do we always call them dead bodies?
I don't know. Because that's what the snowflakes want us to call it. They're just bodies.
Because they're not dead.
They're already,
dead.
yeah, they're not dead. It's just a body is, wait, what? What is a body? Is it living?
It's dead.
But
It's
but
not-
what about my body right now?
well, it's a live body.
What?
I don't know if you can say dead body.
I don't know if you can say live body.
Oh boy.
Not really. This is really strange now. We might be able to resurrect dead body, but I was
I think
told
so.
in journalism class that you said body found in upstairs apartment. They would
Yeah.
assume that was a dead body.
Yeah, of
But it
course.
could be a live body.
It could be. I mean, they could just say body found and some dude asleep up there.
Yeah. What should we use? Should we use live body and dead body, or just body?
Probably just body.
Yeah, I think so too. No one's asking any questions. This is the most unengaged Facebook Live thing I've ever seen.
Man,
We're
they
giving them the goods. We're giving them gold here.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. If I
This
was
is-
in competition, I'd be watching this.
Yeah,
that's
they
probably
need to
who is
watch
watching
us.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, we can always be talking about something and just blah 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 blah. I'm not going to say what they.
Well, are we not doing that? Just talking blah 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 blah.
But I mean,
You know when
as
the
far as
perfect
engaging,
time-
You know?
For the next two people to call in, Joe Hyde will personally drive you around town tonight.
Yes.
Oh,
No.
freak.
I'm going out of town. I'm running away from all the crazy drunks. Hey, let's talk about this.
What's up?
The most dangerous intersection in San Angelo
Oh.
that you need to avoid tonight.
Oh.
Where is it, John?
7th and Bryant, College Hills, and the Loop. Sunset and Sherwood Way, Southland and Sherwood Way,
19th and Chadburn.
19th and Chadburn, 2288 Narden,
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
2105
Pretty
and 208.
much don't take any entrance that says one way.
Yeah.
Don't take an entrance onto a freeway-looking structure that says "Do
Do
not,
not
enter."
enter. Yeah. Let's be smart. Let's
But
read
use the font.
signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Houston Hearts can be
Just
dangerous.
just don't take the loop if you don't have to. You know, stop at all your stop signs.
One of the things I do when leaving downtown.
Buckle up.
Yeah, wear your seatbelt. Leaving downtown, and John keeps looking at his watch. He's really bored.
No, it keeps on going off.
Oh, it's going off? Oh, it's one of those, you got one of those Fitbit things that sends the email to your wrist?
It's an Apple Watch. People keep on messaging me.
How can you afford an Apple Watch? I don't pay y'all that much. Hey, you got back on me? have it. It has to do with the illegal immigration issue.
False.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it about the new defense they're putting down
It
there?
was about those things that are down there in the Rio Grande River.
Yeah. They're out there.
And by the way, this story, number one story by far of the year.
What was the number? How many reads did it have?
160,000 reads.
160. That's more than people
It had
in San
nothing to
Angelo.
do with San Angelo.
It had something to do with a tiger in the Rio Grande.
Tigers in the Rio Grande.
There we go.
And you remember this Tigers in the Rio Grande. What had happened was Manny Diaz found this, you found it. It was
out of a Mexican
Pass.
paper or
The
something.
Eagle Pass
No, Eagle
paper
Pass
papers.
Newsleader. Yeah, Eagle Pass Newsleader.
Yeah, they were quoting a Patriots Neighbors thing. It has 146,000 shares on this.
Yeah,
It said Tiger's been spotted in the Rio Grande, written by Matt Trammell.
that's right.
Yeah, and according to social media rumors, the pictures were serviced by a social media page called from Nuevo Laredo, Mexico. And we gave them a link to it
Yeah.
because we're very fast.
Yeah, I wanted to say, hey, this is exactly where I got it. I wasn't saying this. They said that.
That's right. And
Yeah.
you said according to the Eagle Pass News Leader, the
That's
images have not been confirmed.
That's right.
But anyway, they named the tiger El Tigre del Sur,
That's right.
right?
The Tiger of the
Tiger of the
South.
South. All right.
Heck yeah.
Anyway, that was the number one story on San Angelo Live.
What was number 2?
Number 2 story. Y'all ready? It's not a good story.
What is it?
2 dead in horrific fiery crash on San Angelo's Houston Hart Expressway.
Ooh. Yeah, that was pretty
That was the head-on where the guy went on to the
Right.
Houston Hart the wrong way.
wrong direction. And that was this month.
Yeah, it was this month. It was
Yeah.
the 17th.
How was that?
Not a very good scene.
Yeah. Those are always very tough.
And then the follow-ups to that story are number 3 and number 4. Remember, Manny, you made the video of the
Yeah, right.
friend of the girl was killed.
Yeah, you should definitely throw the video in there.
Yeah. Photos of the storm. Remember the tornado?
Oh, the
that hit?
tornado,
That
yeah.
was in March or
No,
that
close
was
to
May.
May. Yeah,
May?
close to May.
the tornado. Remember,
Uh-huh.
it went through the boys' ranch and it tore their gymnasium down.
Yeah.
And then at the boys' ranch, the kids that lived in the cabin there, they have these little houses there, and I guess different age kids live in these different. But one of the houses, a tree fell down and it trapped a kid in his bed at the boys' ranch, and the San Angelo EMS and boys' ranch guys, they were able to get him out safely. He wasn't even scratched. Scratched. And then also, you remember from the tornado up on the north side of town. Remember?
Bradford, yeah,
Bradford
elementary. And
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
Tore it up pretty good.
Yeah, even in the whole whoa, hold on. That's me.
Are we gone? No, we're good. We're still going. Oh no, you got yourself behind everyone. At least
Yeah.
it's not me.
Yeah, we're fixed now.
That's Manny Diaz. He's a video wizard.
As you can tell.
Maybe
not
right
Anyway, y'all want to know what number 4 I guess the number 4 story was. We had the storm, and then after that, this is an old story from 2016. I think conspiracy theorists were bringing it back.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that. We had this random spark of an ISIS story.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you remember this ISIS story, it was written on October 14th of 2016. And I
That
remember
was
this
before
day.
I even worked here.
Yeah. This is back when we were up in the top of the Wells Fargo building. I remember this so well. It was Friday night. We were getting the website ready,
It was
doing the
football
football and everything. And all of a sudden, I think we got a call from the sheriff's department saying they arrested 2 kids coming down the highway that said they were headed to Mexico to join ISIS. All right. And so, anyway, it was a federal case. So they were on federal warrants, and they arrested them here, and they sent them back to Wisconsin to be tried.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, I guess when people in the right-wing media, right-wing kind of guy, they say, hey, there's no problem with ISIS here, they'll pull up that story and link it on Facebook, and then it goes crazy again. But yeah, that got a lot of hits.
Dang.
And then the next one, like number 5, was, remember we had the shooting in Odessa.
Yeah.
And this was when you're reporting on stories like that, where everyone is reporting the same thing, what you got to do is you got to step outside the box and you got to say, what
Right,
angle?
you have to something that makes it. Top of there, CNN, Fox, all
If you go
that.
to the Drudge Report and read the same crap, I'm not going to write it. So
Right.
I had to figure out a different angle. And what I thought was interesting on this one, this happened in September, on September 1st of this year. The Odessa police chief was in a press conference and he refused to name the name of the shooter. He said, I'm not going to name the shooter because I don't want to give him any notoriety. I don't want to encourage other people to become shooters, that kind of thing. And that was the headline. Odessa police chief will not publicly name gunman denying dead shooter notoriety. That was the headline.
And I think
But-
that's a good thing.
But people got mad. They said, "Oh, you can't keep the name from me." I mean, the Facebook comments on that thing were brutal.
Well, that's, people thinking. It's gonna be a fruit basket.
Now, Joe, talk about that. I mean, now we watched the stats, and certainly amongst all the other media outlets in Texas, where did we stand in that? I mean, we were pretty high on the totem pole.
Yeah, we were number 8 statewide. If you take of all the media sources like KTRK, usually here's the deal with the Texas media market. The guys who dominate with traffic and audience is KTRK, the Fox channel. KTRK is Houston, Channel 13's ABC affiliate. The Fox channel in Houston, KENS in San Antonio, WFAA in Dallas. So those are the only ones that were ahead of us. I mean, I think we ended up number 8 statewide
Really,
yesterday.
until they picked up that story, because they all picked up that same story, and before that, that was the number one post on. We have that crowd tangle source where we can see what the highest rated interactive
Right.
posts on Facebook are.
Right.
And,
People live in DFW. I mean, it's crazy that we were able to do that. A lot of times we get more traffic than the Texas Tribune, which is a statewide political, they cover state government. We get more traffic than them a lot of times.
Yeah.
And so, I wish that we could get more credit for it, but today is not a good day to show you all this. Anyway, this is what we use. This is called crowd tangle, and we watch crowd tangle to see who's number 1. So like right now, you can see the communist at KIDY. They are beating us out by a whole lot right now because they have this story about the farewell, Zettner's Daughter Steakhouse, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for the memories. And that's what they're like. And you notice the number 2 post in San Angelo is what we're doing right here, this little live video. So I wish more people would like this live video so we could get above those people, those Fox people. But, one other thing that happens in the San Angelo market is we actually compete with the San Angelo Police Department. So I consider them a competing media. And I don't let Frank Carter forget about that. I say, you guys quit competing with us. But here's the statewide. You can watch here and see all the statewide. You can see how, like Fox 4 News, I believe that's in Houston. Is that right, Manny?
That's Dallas.
Is that Dallas, Fox 4? Then KHOU and ABC 13 are both Houston. And then there's News 4 San Antonio. And then Fox 26 in Houston, and then KENS in San Antonio. But those are the top things. You see that they have like that number to the right of them is likes, comments, and shares, like 39,445 likes or comments on Fox 4 News in Dallas. I mean, here in San Angelo, we're lucky we get I just lost it. What are we at? We're at like 100 or something. So look at my dirty screen. It's not really that dirty. It's the camera that's dirty. So yeah, our top guy right now, Fox West Texas, is 370. But I just want you all to know it's usually not like that. Here's yesterday's stats. I got to show you this. This is just incredible. There you go. We had 96% of the share of voice in this town, and our next one was 2% with old Fox West Texas. And then why did the paper even show up to work yesterday? That's the question. Or did they? Did they? Anyway.
Just nailed it in, man.
Just nail it in, baby.
Yep.
Anyway, I guess I'll flip it back.
What other questions we got, Manny?
He is asking, who is the top San Angelo Live fan of 2019?
Ooh, fans,
Now, fans. Now, we see a lot of these, and fans aren't necessarily good. Like they provide the good juju. Sometimes they're all about just being negative Nancy about all that, and sometimes and you can earn what Facebook gives you, what they call like with the top fan badge or something like that.
Who wants a top fan? And by the way, we have nothing to do with that. We can't. I don't even know how to get one.
So we see all these different things like that. I don't even know. Like I've had a certain family member who just bashes San Angelo Live, and he and I have had some words about that. And
Really, who's that?
I'm not going to name any names. He no longer looks at San Angelo Live, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, you can't.
Well, so he can. He just can't like, comment, or share any
Oh,
of
he
our
can
content.
look at it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So
good.
whenever you're banned on San Angelo Live, and I figured this out, you cannot like, comment, or share any of the content.
Dang right.
But
We don't
you
want
can
to
still
share
look at it. So, but that's just that. But so Joe, Addison Rawson, Addison, she's certainly a top fan of certainly.
Oh
San-
yeah.
Oh, Addison Ross.
Yeah, Addison Ross.
But she doesn't have a badge.
Yeah.
Not yet.
She doesn't
Working on
have.
it.
You know, travel. You.
Not in charge of any kind of top fan. Now the best top fan in 2019.
Completely. Anyway, you still have me on. Oh, you got me off. Thank God. Anyway, what else do we know?
We know it
What
all.
are we gonna do for next year?
What is going to be better? What's coming for San Angelo Live? Here's what y'all want to know. More headlines. No towns in the headlines.
Do not put the towns in the headlines.
Expect more boring headline days.
Boring. Hey, by the way, what did you think? Trammell, a boring headline day. Was that an epic day?
Well, I just want to say that I did my booking report, and I was just saying a boring headline. I was just saying some people were arrested, and people got mad because I just said some people, but I didn't mean it as in like anything. I promise. Boring headline day was very sketch, but it worked out. We had a very good day that day.
Okay, we might have to go.
What happened?
There's a fire somewhere,
We got a fire?
possibly.
All right, this is what happens. We get like little trends there.
Oh,
So Jerry, we gave you the top story 2019. It was the Tigers in the Rio Grande.
that's right.
Now, while we're here, I might as well just link to that so y'all can go read about the Tigers spotted in the Rio Grande.
And share it,
Share it,
like it, share.
like it, give us a lot of confirmation bias on it. Make
Unlike,
it feel good.
relike, unsubscribe, resubscribe,
Yeah, there you go. All that.
all that.
There's a top story of 2019. Here it is. There it is. Fire spreading to the south. So we have a developing situation, ladies and gentlemen. There's the top story. Is anyone else asking any questions? That's it. We only got like 5 people to comment.
Hey, thank you, 5 people.
We appreciate you 5 people. It's probably because we were such, we didn't do very good on the video. We started and stopped. I'm going to delete the second one from the page.
I think it actually worked out pretty Confirmed, and it might have just been living there.
It was probably racist.
It was probably eating deer.
I think it was racist.
Maybe. I doubt it.
Okay.
So John, what are we hearing about? We got a fire?
Don't know yet. Got a possible street, but I got to go listen to Scanner real quick.
Oh,
All right.
John-
John's outie.
John is gone. Scanner John is off.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be done with this show.
Yeah.
Now it's you. Let's focus the camera.
Hey, look at that. Right in the middle.
While we wait for the fire story to develop. So we're just like, might as well just let this go. We'll just let this story develop and you can kind of see where it goes, how things happen.
Absolutely.
Hey, you know, we might just get in the car and just switch the Sling Studio all the way over there. Get it live from the scene.
You know, whenever I worked in television, we had a thing called TVU. Okay. So TVU, this is a thing. It's like a backpack, and basically you attach it to a camera. In the backpack, it has a live mechanism inside of it. So basically, when it connects to the camera, everything becomes hot in there. So if you can have it from Timbuktu or whatever is going to be seen there becomes live. So we would take things live all across the San Angelo or wherever I was at that time, and certainly we can do that here too.
It's a grass fire behind off of Air Street.
Grass fire near Bel Air Elementary School. Bel Air.
Bel Air.
Bel Air. It's not spelled like Bel Air in Houston. It's Bel Air with less.
Fresh Prince.
No, not like the Fresh Prince. No, it's missing an L. Did you know that?
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Maybe it's missing an R. I don't know. It's missing.
Bel Air, does that only have one L anyways?
No, I think it has. Well, it's not.
B-E-L-A-I-R?
It's not spelled the same as.
So a little thing on Trammell here. So Trammell, he'll go out to a crash scene and he'll get 15, 20, 30 seconds of video, whatever it may be, and he'll send it back. We'll put it up to the story. It'll get tens of thousands, thousands of hits. And I'm over here producing something that's taking hours on end.
Wait. Let's talk about your main idea is producing that takes hours on end. So what happens in the morning meeting? Video, it's a really good story. I'll have it done by like 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And I go in there about 2 o'clock and said, "Hey, where's the video?" He goes, "Oh, I'm still working on it, man. It took me a little longer." So we call those 2 o'clock Mannies.
Yeah.
The 2 o'clock Mannies. That's why you see the video content come out in the afternoon. So
that's
of production videos versus Carnage videos. Is Carnage videos hit you fast? Boom, we're there. They see what they need to see and they get out of there. It's nothing needs to be fancy. No one, no talking, anything like that. It's just so easy to put together. That's why. I mean,
but
something's happening that's affecting people right then.
Or you could say the problem that we have in digital media is that the prove up of the audience is so huge. I mean, the people watching our videos, even our football videos, our Cover One, is monumentally higher, in my opinion, than a lot of broadcast TV videos. Yeah. And advertisers that if it's not on broadcast TV, then no one saw it.
Well, the thing is if it is on broadcast TV and you weren't looking at that TV right then, you didn't see it.
Yeah, and you won't ever be able to see it again. You'll never find it.
It's gone.
Yeah. So
it's like somewhere where it's in a central location where you can always go look back. And when we were at Cover One at AT&T.
The team played. We went to Dallas. We
did cover Lakeview games.
Yeah, we did. We covered like two, I think.
2 or 3 of
them. Did we two? No, we did. We did a preview and we did a Lakeview game, didn't we?
No, we did 3 games on them.
Yeah, I mean there was a total of 2
Really
Cover
good.
One,
And we-
Lakeview production.
Yeah.
And we covered the games they won.
Yes, we could have been there when they lost, and they would have hated us for it.
Actually, we were they were 1-for-1 with us.
Okay. All right.
They beat Snyder, and then they got walloped by what was it, Hereford?
It's always next year.
Nonetheless, yeah, it's always next year. Hey, we love you, Lakeview.
Yeah,
Woodside Pride. LV, baby.
I mean, I think there's always been this perception that in the local media market, because of the way the paper did things, and they have all this money. Imagine the paper was printing money back in 1990, right? And when they were printing money, they could hire lots of reporters and put them on every game. We can't do that today. So we got to pick and choose, and we try to pick and choose who we think is going to win, or if they're going to have a
Just what the
chance.
stories are.
Yeah,
how
if there's
good
a-
is this game going to be?
Yeah, like we had a good storyline going with El Dorado. Manny, with the brothers who are quarterbacks. What were their names?
Covarrubias brothers.
The Covarrubias brothers.
Yeah.
The Covarrubias brothers. Now I think Joe, you were. It was almost the Halamachek brothers. The Halamachek brothers.
I just walled it up.
Yeah, yeah. No, the Covarrubias brothers. Yeah. So, I mean, it was for us. I mean, it's finding these unique stories that people want to get behind and certainly kind of follow and grasp a hold of, because I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's talking about what people love the most in football. Certainly around here in West Texas. So, but yeah, following Cover One kind of took on a life of its own this year, and certainly those previews. Whenever we would talk about Lakeview Northside Pride, or whether it be the Bobcat Moms, or
Hey, by the way, the
Sunny
Bobcat
Clear.
Moms, the top football video story of the year, Cover One, was the Bobcat Moms. I'm about to put a link to it in there in the show notes in the comment section. But it was the Bobcats preview, the endless love for the Bobcats.
Yeah.
Talk about that, Manny. What was that like to?
Oh man, so growing up in Cristobal, Texas, and Matt Tremmel and I can relate, because growing up small town Texas, playing high school football. Of course, mine was a lot longer than his was, but it's always interesting to interact with families, and certainly the moms, because they get so emotional, get that tie to it. And every single one of these moms, like, they had like a little story to say, which is really cool, because they have they can follow, they can go back to whenever their kid was playing, at the age of 7 or 8, and took watched their kid take their first hit or whatever, or scored their first touchdown. And maybe I might, whenever I have kids someday, maybe I might remember that. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. I don't know. But
Well, I think on that story, the reason why it did so well, and of course the moms, the Bobcat moms, is because I think anyone who's they reacted to that. It was their way of honoring right there in that space and time their kid for what they did.
And I think also for the kids too, like me, I recently.
Number 2, Cover One story of the year. You ready?
Hit us with it.
No, it was the new anthem redefines Texas high school football. You remember D. Malone? D. Malone.
Yeah, DeMarcus Malone, man.
What?
So if people don't know what this is, D. Malone, he basically said I don't know if he said it or you asked him to be the theme song for our.
The theme song.
Yeah,
The theme song.
Yeah,
This is
who said they wanted?
This
Who
is
said they wanted?
is
Yeah.
that what he's saying?
Yeah.
Who
I
said
keep
they
trying.
ready?
I keep I've just now learned how to understand Post Malone. So anyway, this is the top, the
You
number
may not
2.
like it, but this is West Texas.
Yeah. The interesting thing about D. Malone is so I found him last season, before the start of the 2018 season, by way of a music producer here in San Angelo, Chewy Linton. And this guy, great at producing music, and I asked him, I was like, hey man, Do you have a guy in mind maybe that could produce me a song? You know, we can trade out. I can, you know, hook him up with a music video of some sort. And he's like, yeah. So he puts me in touch with DeMarcus Malone, the artist you see in the music video. And this guy just came up with gold. And and what was really cool about this song is, you know, I would hear it all throughout the season, you know, not just in our productions, but with football teams around the Concho Valley in West Texas. Like that would be like their song that they play before the games, or that's like what they're playing to get hype, you know, which is really cool because that's something that you help create, you know, and that's a moment in life that they'll forever remember. But DeMarcus Malone, man, this guy, an incredibly talented artist here in San Angelo. He's from Duncanville, Texas. You know, he's working out here in San Angelo. Has a great family. So yeah, this guy continues to give us good stuff, and I don't know where we're gonna go with this next season.
I think we ought to do Texas country.
I think
American Aquarium song. I hope he breaks your heart. Or hope, right? What do you think? I hope she breaks your heart. Yeah, I love it.
That's a football.
Either that, or we could do Parker McCullum. It's been a hell of a year.
Yeah, there you
But
go.
we were even talking about that.
Yeah.
What is the true meaning of that? It's been a hell of a
Well, I
year.
think you know. By the way, Parker McCullum is a Texas artist. In case there's some older baby boomers on here that don't understand, because I'm not a baby boomer. I'm a Jones generation.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so we last year Parker McCullum had that hit. It's been a hell of a year, right? He goes, it's been a hell of a year. Do 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 do. I don't know the words,
Yeah.
but the music video, he's walking through his house with his wife or girlfriend, pouring gasoline on everything. He's about to torch it. So the song is not even a song about nice things. It's just.
Well, it's going to be a good song tonight because it's a New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Remember Y2K?
Yeah.
All right,
Jennifer
so
Lopez had a whole jam about it.
the next, the I guess the third most watched Cover One episode was the rivalry that was Wall versus Mason.
Oh, man.
Talk to me about that one there, Manny.
Man. We need to see a lot of different things this season. And I tell you what. That Wall Mason game. Whoa, I am. What? They kicked me out here?
Are you screwing up the dang thing?
Oh, he kicked me out. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so that Wall Mason game, man, that was something else. And, you know, it was televised by Fox Sports Southwest. You know, so, you know.
But being televised by a big outfit like Fox
I
Sports
think they
Southwest,
almost kind of helped us.
I was worried about it. I was thinking,
You were
well,
kind of. I thought it kind of
why
helped.
were
You
you
know,
even there?
well, I kind of thought it would hype everybody up.
You got to do something different from what they're doing.
You want me to call him?
Yeah.
Facebook Live call.
Facebook Live call to John Bosquez.
Hey Siri, call John Bosquez.
See, we use high technology like the Cirrus thing. Cirrus?
John Basquez.
John Basquez. Yep.
Yeah, y'all make fun of this.
So, all right, John Bosquez says I need a bass.
Hey,
All
what's
right.
going on, John?
John Bosquez getting him on the horn here. Man.
He doesn't
All right.
seem like he wants to answer.
Hey, someone just texted me a picture of our show here,
Uh-huh.
and they're broadcasting on their big screen 85-inch TV.
What?
Yeah, we're up there on this big TV. But anyway, what's happening right now is we have a grass fire, and John Vasquez just texted me. Where the heck is his text?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is. I found it.
Oh,
There's a big fire.
Tuesday.
It's happening right now, and smoke can be seen from miles away.
Hey, well, that's how it starts right there.
Yeah, and so
We got a tip.
we have a tip. We have the fire smoke. We've confirmed that there's a fire, and now we have our one of our carnage guys, our reporter, is headed to the scene right now, which in this case is John Vasquez. He was the guy that was sitting up there before. And what's next?
Do we have a base? Do we have a writer for this?
Yeah, I'll do the writing. We can do it from this room.
Okay.
We'll just show people how it goes up.
Yeah. Burn ban currently. You can pop fireworks tonight as long as you're not in the city limits.
All right,
You can read about that on San Angelo Live.
That's right. You can pop fireworks
Yeah.
outside of the city limits. So you see a city limit.
Hey, put that story in there.
Okay.
Type in New Year. Yeah, it's right there.
But we're waiting right now on John Vasquez to get to the scene of this horrific grass fire.
Horrific.
Yes. By the way, what do you think of the word horrific? No one likes the word horrific, or maybe we use it too much. I used it today in a headline. I said top 13. Top 13 horrific San Angelo crash stories of 2013.
Heck yeah.
All right. Dude, there is no story on here about fireworks. My phone. Story about anything having to do with can you fire off fireworks. So what's it under?
Probably San Angelo.
I'm looking.
It's been probably like mid-December.
Oh, you wrote it like years ago?
No, mid-December.
Mid-December. And you think it's under San Angelo? By the way, the little hamburger thing on here. Let's look for San Angelo. San Angelo.
John doesn't want to answer my phone call. So.
Why not?
I don't know. Let's see.
If you're just joining us on the Facebook Live, we have breaking news that's about to happen. And so we're going to stay on here to show you kind of how the workflow is for getting breaking news. What we know right now is there's been a fire called, and I'll show you what it looks like if I can find. There's my computer screen and our communications with our work group right here. And you can see right here, this is the fire that we've already seen. And so this guy here who's driving, that's John Vasquez, is on the way to figure out where that is. And then we'll hopefully have some pictures that are closer and some eyewitness accounts of what's happening out there. So that's what's happening right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay back here. I'm in here with the great Manny Diaz. He's over there. And then I'm going to show you a secret. That's what Trammell really looks like. He doesn't have any kind of crime tape behind him at all. Yeah. Calling me. I'm Trammell or John Paul Manny Diaz. So anyway, we're waiting for the fire story to come. We just kind of sit here and twiddle our thumbs. And this is when I get a chance to think of strange headlines. So what do you think the headline should be, Manny?
Man, so, well, first of all, I mean, we got to figure out if anybody was hurt.
Yeah, if someone gets hurt in these things, we really don't mess around with the headlines too much. So we'll say like 2 dead in car crash.
Sure.
That's it. But if it's, a bunch of minor stuff, we can evoke the Japanese cars. No one remembers those. They're not on Facebook anymore. Hey, while we're waiting on John to finish this thing,
While we're waiting on John to freaking answer his phone.
he won't answer this call. So the next top Cover One episode was changes are coming after the loss to Killeen.
Oh yeah.
That was the first game for the San Angelo Bobcats. And you remember that? And we were having trouble. Like, do we call this episode 1, season 1? What the heck is this?
Yeah, we're still trying to find our niche there. We found it after that one.
Yeah. Yeah, but this was the number I guess number 4.
What about that? What about the announcer?
Oh, the announcer was good too.
Yeah, that one was a good one. That was
the-
one of my favorite ones. Sonny.
The longtime legendary announcer.
What's his name?
Oh, you mean
Sonny.
Sonny Clear.
Sonny Clear. Yeah.
Sonny Clear was a good one.
Wait, can you do a Sonny Clear? Sonny Clear.
Oh,
Yes.
man,
Hi, Sonny.
man, that guy, his voice is probably like, and I don't remember his name, like the legendary New York Yankees public address announcer. And I always remember hearing it on TV. You know, when you hear that those brief moments, and him announcing like Derek Jeter, number 2,
Yeah.
Jeter.
But he does. He has the iconic voice, and the other thing is he had credibility because he was the real deal. He was a real I don't know. He was a decorated football star.
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you say decorated? You can't say he's all American. I don't know.
No,
if
he was an All-American.
He was all American.
Yeah.
Yeah, still call him decorated.
As a matter of fact, he
Sounds
was.
like war hero.
As a matter of fact, I mean, he was an All-American at Abilene Christian University as a football player, and I believe he was a track star as well.
So we're talking about Sonny Clear. This
Yeah.
is, I don't know what number. This is the most interesting. Let's just call it the most interesting Cover One's episode.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. Story he told there.
Yeah.
About the
Talk
gentleman.
about an old player came back.
Yeah, the gentleman.
We won't go.
Had a walker.
yeah, he just had a walker.
Yeah,
If you go back and watch the video, you'll know what we're talking
You'll
about.
see some good old Sonny Clear.
Yeah. That was a really good story. That was the first video that we did that kind of broke the mold. You know, we were kind of cruising along. We're trying, whenever you start a new media product, you always have to figure out a way to find your voice. And I think the Sonny Clear, it was called Cover One Preview Bobcats, right?
Right,
Bobcats
right.
Preview. That really helped define our voice and what we were all about. And it,
And it was more than football.
yeah, it was more about, it was a human interest story, and people like the human interest stuff because it involves, the X's and O's are all nice, but there's only 2% of the population who cares about spread offense versus, the triple flex or whatever the thing was, the triple flex bone, the flex bone,
Yeah.
triple option, that's what it is. I don't even know what the heck it is because I'm so old. Back in my day,
We
We-
ran the ball.
we just ran the ball. Yeah. We ran the ball up the middle. Yeah. Anyway. And we're still waiting on Carnage to come in. Carnage meaning, something that's disturbed. We have a grass fire out, and John Vasquez is en route, and he keeps calling me.
Is that him?
There he is.
I'm trying to call him.
Oh, is you?
We're
Trevor's
trying-
on it.
we've lost contact with John Vasquez.
John has gone rogue.
Yeah, another one that I really enjoyed doing. There was a Cover One preview we did. Well, we talked about the Covarrubias brothers, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about those two kids for a second again. We learned about them last year, right? That's when the older brother was
they
injured.
they were pretty much established last year. That one of the older brother got hurt, and right, it was the older brother that got hurt.
Yeah, he had torn his ACL.
And then right. No, I stuck with the wall.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Good old Wall Hawks.
The Wall Hawks.
Yep. Turnaround season next year. Be on the lookout.
Man, talk about, if you want to talk about like a devastating story, talk about the Wallhawks. I mean,
Yeah.
they were ranked number 1 in Texas.
Everybody pick you. Every single expert
So,
pick you.
so Manny, you went to a lot of the Wallhawks games, and so did you, Matt. What happened to the Wallhawks this year?
Well, they got.
Well, the biggest game that kind of just really impacted the most was the game against Eastland, and that was when Mason Fuchs went down. He sustained a season-ending concussion, and what was just so heartbreaking about that concussion, that injury, that entire game was that it was a late hit. It didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
The kid from Eastland came in and just basically just bull rushed Fuchs as he was already out of bounds, and it wasn't the hit that he sustained from the player, it was the hit that his head absorbed whenever he had went down to the ground, which is it's so hard. If you've ever played football, man, those are some of the toughest hits, and I remember taking a few of those whenever I was growing up, but nonetheless, that kind of just sealed it.
And then with Chase Rios too.
Chase Rios was another one of those guys.
Like he was like the number 1 running back in the state for that division.
Yeah.
Manny, you went down to Eastland before that game,
Mm-hmm.
and you talked about the coach and the son at Eastland.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of reporting that you were getting with Cover One, which was just amazing. Like we were doing these previews, and this is the preview on the Wall versus Eastland game, and let's see, and I mean they didn't seem like bad people.
No,
They weren't bad people.
They and things just happen.
Yeah, and football is just.
Should we report anything, John?
So the fire's out. So the fire started. It was seen. Why don't we just? So what do you want to do, John? Do you want to report it, or do you want to like blow it off?
Nope.
That's all I've got right now.
Okay.
Do you think you're gonna get more?
Do you think there's more to get?
I don't know, we'll see. Fire marshal's got it.
Fire marshal just got it. All right.
All right. Well, if fire marshals say something interesting, we'll do a story. Otherwise, get some pictures, just in case.
All right. Thanks, John.
And then, the other thing you got to consider when we're doing these carnage stories, if it's before 5 o'clock and the other competing media goes to it, a lot of times we have to do the story, even though we probably pass on it,
Right, and then there's like.
because they're going to do the story because they went out there for the first time in a week.
Like the thing is like, you have a little grass fire, you have a little small fender bender, and then you get stuck in those situations where you have to report it, where normally if we would have just showed up out there.
And it was just
seen,
us?
Oh, there's just some tires on fire.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's just leave. But we don't want to seem like we're getting,
Getting scooped.
underhanded. Yeah.
We don't want to get scooped.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Hey, Manny, you've had it on me. They're tired of looking at the Mavericks. So leading up to that game, it was kind of a big deal too, right?
That one was a pretty big game. That was pretty much for the district title, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game was that. Yeah, that game was huge with the Eastland Mavericks and the Wall Hawks that decided a district title. And on top of that, the quarterback for Eastland, he's Baron Morton. He is a commit to Texas Tech University.
Hey, right.
Yeah, so if you're a Reckham Tech fan, that's
That
like
means not an Aggie.
It's not an Aggie.
Trammell and I, we put our guns up for that, so
Yeah.
we good. Joe, on the other hand, does not. So
Gig 'em.
I don't know.
Gig 'em.
But yeah, Baron Morton, he's a 4-star quarterback. So there's 5. So in the recruiting world, there's 5 stars. He's a 4-star kind of guy. But that game, he looked very
The
average.
defense was tough because, I mean, at the end of
Yeah, so that game, I mean, that was kind of like a big thing for them because it kind of just set it's. I wouldn't say it set the tone for the rest of the way, but it kind of gave them a handicap because you take away your starting quarterback. It's like taking away your leader, and then on top of that, they had a number of other injuries.
you throw him from Mike linebacker to quarterback and make him play both ways right there, that's tough.
Yeah, that's
Gotta
so.
go meet running backs every play, and then gotta go
No doubt,
meet
no doubt.
linebackers.
And looking at being at the state championships 2 weeks ago at AT&T Stadium and seeing like the Class 3A games where if Wall had advanced past Pilot Point, as much as I love that program, man, I think it would have been really tough because certainly that Grandview team in Pottsboro, they were so good, so fast.
They just lined it up a lot faster.
So
I mean,
fast.
I know Wall's whole entire
Yeah.
scheme is to control.
What does that so mean?
Shout out. So that's
So,
Matt's
shout
girl. That's Matt's girl.
And Matt's girl, oh, Matt, so she's like in the Matt team. She's the
Yeah.
groupie.
Yeah, that's the groupie.
Groupie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figure she's a tech person. Yeah, Ruby.
No, she likes the Longhorns.
What?
Yeah, that's gross.
That's strange.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
bad.
I mean, today, liking the Longhorns, that could mean a lot of things. Yeah. Hey, Manny, one of the more, we were talking about the interesting stories from Cover One. The one that I enjoyed the most was that it was like a Wednesday, and we took off from Mathis Field, and we flew to Dallas, and we went and got there just in time for practice for Euless Trinity. Remember that?
Yeah,
And that was
yeah.
the Euless Trinity. Why are they so dang big? That was like we're trying to figure it out. And remember the coach at Euless Trinity, the assistant coach, I think he's the offensive coordinator. So why are y'all here with cameras?
Yeah.
And we're trying to no, we're not spying. He goes, I bet you Brent Davis sent you. It was pretty funny.
Yeah,
Good
no,
story.
this guy got so upset, and
Was that the Haka team? The guy
Yeah.
with all
Yeah.
the Samoans?
the big Samoan kids, and so Euless Trinity's offensive coordinator, this guy was so he wasn't like upset, but he was just very anti anyone Euless Trinity,
Yeah.
and going and hanging out with the football team. And because I had a camera, I was asking questions, and I had to tell him, I was like, hey man, no, like my shots, they're very tight. They're more of creativity or more from a creative aspect. But he wasn't buying it. And I even saw him like on Friday night, when we went back to Euless, went back to Bedford, and he was all like, man, that's a great story. I appreciate you not going off, this and that. So what are you gonna do with the rest of that hour footage?
He thought you were still.
Yeah.
Like Brent Davis's little spot.
Yeah, so he wasn't about that one bit. Nonetheless, I mean, it was a fun story. we've experienced so many different things in this football season, just in 4 short months to seeing what all that's about.
And I think we've learned a lot, and I think next
Live video in the history of San Angelo. Yeah.
How many?
No one has ever.
Our friends, coworkers, my girlfriend.
Yeah, just Addison and all her friends.
Yeah.
But look, there's a trammel like right here. Where trammel's going?
Yeah.
Anyway, there we go. Now we're back to Manny. I can't keep up with this stuff.
Yeah, it's a little different. I'm back on track now.
Are you? Okay, good.
Well, what do y'all think? Should we?
Y'all want to wrap it up? I don't
Wrap
think
it up.
there's only 8 people left, and they're all our relatives.
See all our 8 people. Be safe.
Hey
tonight.
man, we
We'll all
appreciate
see
y'all
tonight.
being here.
Yeah.
This is Joe Hyde, San Angelo Live. Show them Trammel. Show them Trammel.
Let's get them back to training.
Hey.
Manny Diaz. Is he there?
For
Yep.
the closeout.
One last time. Happy New Year. Happy 2019. Hello 2020.
Bye-bye.
Oh.
Now I gotta figure out how to shut this thing down.
I know. I just saw this Sling Studio about to die.